And it's such a beautiful time, on this day here, this Christmas day that people are celebrating all around the world. It's a beautiful day. And it's a beautiful time, beautiful season of silence, really, a season of silence and joy, really. Because we may not be really aware of what is really transpiring constantly, because we're in the mind, and the mind experiences time and space, past, present, future. But the being, the real self, who you are, it only knows now. And in the now, and from the perspective of now, the timeless, eternal reality of this being, the real self itself that you are, from that perspective, really all times are present now. All times, all places, all events, all people, all levels of creation are present now. Right here now. Because it's the whole field of time and space itself has been molded out of the now. It's really the now in flow. So time and space is the eternal now in flow. And what that means is that the present moment, the eternal present moment of being itself, just pure existence itself, is eternally flowing back upon itself. You could say falling back upon itself to know itself. And this is what consciousness is, what you are, what you really are. You are consciousness itself, which is eternal. And in its perpetual experience of itself, it creates the sense of time and space and mind and really all of creation out of that. In its flow. And what it's doing that for is to uncover and sort of reveal more of itself to itself, more of what it really is, and what all of this really is. And so we have to get a little closer to reality and the truth about ourself and about all existence here, to really understand the significance of now, which is really beyond all understanding. So, beyond all understanding, really. It is only something that can be experienced directly by the self itself, by the being itself. And so the real being, beyond the mind and into the really deepest aspect of the soul itself, it finds that it is boundless and infinite and eternal. It finds that that is the true reality of the self, yourself. So when you find that, and you don't find it by looking, you can find it by looking. No. It would just be simple, open, and present here now, without being so entangled with the thoughts and ideas and or the emotions and feelings, but allowing the silent, wakeful, present moment awareness that is everywhere in the space around us here. To be more, just to become a little more familiar with itself, so that it can wake up or deepen its own awakening of its own infinity through the point of view, through the body-mind appearance. So there's really nothing to do, nothing to know. There's nothing to really inspire about, or to lift the spirit in that boundless field of presence that you are. Because it is pure spirit itself. It is field of pure being, pure spirit itself. And in its opening and flow and recognition and remembrance of itself, it is pure spiritual being itself. One field of pure spiritual being, lively silence, lively presence that is really everywhere in the space all around, right here now. It's here now. We don't really talk about past events, past things that have happened a long time ago to inspire us or to lift our spirit. That's not the way the being operates. The being relies only on itself, on the deepening present moment awareness of itself, on itself. And that is a perpetual thing. It's a perpetual thing. Perpetual life. It gives life to everything. Life is born out of that. It's a field of infinite potentiality that becomes lively at a point of recognition of itself. And all of life, the whole chorus of life, springs into existence, to appearance, and sings the song, perpetual song of creation. That is present right here now. Only thing is, we get caught in the mind, in the time and space, mind, emotions, up and down, mind and emotions. And yet, the real being, who you really are, and you could say, whose birth is celebrated every split second, as it turns back upon itself and recognizes its own boundless infinity, and as a byproduct creates the appearance of form and phenomena, all this form and phenomena all around us. So it's giving birth really to the whole of creation every split second. And so, why not celebrate that reality? That reality, much more profound, greater reality, greater celebration than just a single event here and there. And because every moment is so precious. It's so precious. And it's really holy and worthy of reverence and worship every split second. And really, because that is really what is happening at these deepest levels of the being. And why? Maybe only occasionally a little upsurge, some tingling warmth and holiness every once in a while. And then we celebrate it. I think it's due to something that has happened. But really, as the awareness really opens up more to itself, to experience its own eternal present moment, more clearly and more deeply, it finds that really there is a perpetual celebration going on at all times. At these, it's not really just at the subtle level, most subtle level of creation. From its perspective, there's no such thing as subtle or gross. It's all there is. There's not really no such thing as a transcendental field. It's all the transcendental field. It's all the transcendental field is right up here, now, on the surface of life. And so this great birth and rebirth that is happening perpetually in the knowing of consciousness of itself as it dives more deeply within itself to reveal more and more of its own wholeness and holiness, really, it's holiness that opens up more and more and comes to be known as the reality of the surface of life. It's all holy, it's all beautiful and divine. And so this beautiful upsurge of spiritual feeling that comes around once in a while is really a perpetual thing that is taking place because it's an opening of the consciousness, the field of consciousness, to the finer, more beautiful reality of the fabric of itself, of consciousness itself, which is so, it's just unbelievable, really. It's really unbelievable. That gets revealed right here now in front of us. And it does this, it's doing it constantly, but what's going on in there is that it is just focusing, effortlessly focusing on itself and discovering within itself, everywhere within itself, a light. Light. And as it falls into that light, it just falls into that, because it's its own light that gets revealed more and more and more. That is right here, now, everywhere, all around us in this space, all around us, really shining through this space, all around, and all of the objects all around us here now. And it sees itself, it recognizes itself above and beyond all of the objects, and yet permeating and pervading, penetrating all objects and phenomena. And it's really a beautiful thing, because it is such joy. It's such joy, such a holy joy. A divine joy. It's a divine joy. It's a pure exhilaration. It's exhilarating. As it enters more deeply into that finer reality of itself and unfolds to itself more of its true divine spiritual reality that it is. And so all of the space everywhere around us now, right here now, gets a little shot of remembrance that can come through right in front of us and all around us right now, of this beautiful spiritual light that is really the flow of consciousness just being unfolding and revealing more and more of its divine fabric to itself, which is this is what is here now and has been all along. You have been created out of this divine flow. Which is immaculate. It's an immaculate, perpetual birth that is taking place right now, every split second, creating the appearance of your body-mind at that point, which is the expressed appearance of the total potential of the supremely beautiful divine reality of itself, of the field of infinity itself. And so every split second you are being created and recreated immaculately. This is the immaculate conception that is happening now for everyone, every human being everywhere. Because it's the expressed appearance of the total potential, the total reality of all divine flows and frequencies of intelligence that have gone in to create the appearance of your body, mind, right now. It is such a grand thing, beautiful thing. And all of the divine intelligence, it just really rejoices when it has a vehicle in the appearance of you, your body mind. This is the body mind. To be able to experience their cosmic reality, divine cosmic reality at the point of the body. Because this is the total expression of the flow of consciousness itself becoming more awake to itself and opening itself up more and more to delve more deeply into the finer fabric of its own supreme divinity and just open that up more and more. To be lived now in this life. To have that, to be the Christ that you are, that you really are. I think this is the message of this day here today. This is the message. Just find out who and what you really are. And you wake up to something way beyond all of your beliefs and concepts and, all of that stuff. Way beyond. That doesn't even compare. The imagination, the whole belief system is not possible to imagine or replicate what you actually truly are right now. If we could just simply awaken more, a little more, that's all. A little more. We don't have to wake up to the whole shebang right away. Oh, that wouldn't be too comfortable for the body-mind. But gradually, in these sessions here, what we do is we just want to tickle that memory of the true eternal reality of the being itself. So not only the boundless infinity of the being that is your true self can wake up to its true reality, but also the true reality of your whole body, mind, personality, so that it can begin to remember more of what you really are. You really are. Because you are so beautiful. You think there's only one Son of God? You are a son of God and a daughter of God. Now, right now, in that body that sits there. But the thing is, we don't need to believe this. This is not, we're not trying to convince you of anything. We just open up a little bit more to the true reality as it actually is. That's all. As it actually is. And so what is present right here now is the silent, pure, wakeful awareness that is above, beyond, below, around, pervading, permeating everything, everywhere, that is listening really to itself speak about itself through you, through the appearance of your body-mind. And so the whole field of presence around us here starts to become more silent. More predominant. Because this presence when it becomes more awake to itself and experiences itself, doesn't need to worry about all the objects and phenomena that are within it now, including the body-mind. But when the presence itself turns back upon itself and begins to see itself more clearly, the light of pure awareness itself brightens, and a greater field of seamless being itself comes awake that is so peaceful and free, and really because it has no mind. No mind is there. It's a joyful silence. It's a joyful, silent wakefulness. It is so beautiful. Sitting all by itself in its own perpetual, timeless infinity. And has within it this body-mind, this world around you, this universe, whole creation within it, and it's so free from it, and yet it becomes more awake to its process of experiencing itself and reveals to itself more of the true divine flows of itself, really divine flows of its own experience of itself that are just so delightful in the whole space all around us. And all of the beauty and joy that is in the field of being itself comes alive. It just comes alive a little more. And so this is what is around us. This is what is more closely of what is really going on. And so we open up, but we get beyond at least here now. We can get beyond the mind's ideas and concepts and beliefs, and even beyond the emotions, the feelings, and the those all the kind of sort of egoic emotions. And at least we can open up a little bit more to these fine, fine feelings. We call it feelings. It's really flows of silence, flows of intelligence, pure intelligence that kind of fills the whole space around us here with its joyfulness, really, and its celebration that is taking place. Because these fine flows of intelligence, on that quantum field level of creation that is right here now. We'll get a little more into that quantum field reality, and it's beautiful. It's just beautiful because the feelings, the fine feelings, aren't associated with the ego sense. They're just on their own, and they're just beginning to feel free a little more, not tied to the mind and the emotions. It's just more in this fine flow of just the opening to something just so beautiful and wonderful. And so at least if we can open to that beautiful, beautiful holiness that is in the wholeness all around us here, as the flows of this beautiful divine intelligence comes awake and alive a little bit more in the field of the silent presence all around. Then this is a beautiful thing. This is the way to celebrate this, because that is what is opening up in the lives of everyone, everywhere, to whatever degree, here and there. So this is where that spiritual feeling comes from. It is everywhere, all around. It is everywhere. And when we allow it to open up and take over, really take over the life without the mind in the way there, then what a beautiful thing that is. What a way to really celebrate this day, to acknowledge the birth of Christ, which is just the unfoldment of the field of consciousness itself to more and more of its supremely beautiful divine reality that it really is. And we'll come back a little bit more to the truth and reality, and not so caught in the beliefs and all of that stuff. We'll come back to what you really are. What a beautiful divine being that you are, that is sitting right there. What a divine creation you are. And what the whole of creation really is, it's been created out of this divine flow. It is, and really only has been, that divine flow. So we just begin to, I guess, give reference to that. It's just praising itself, and we flow with that. Just flow with that perpetual praise of the supremely beautiful, divine reality that is to itself. It's just praising to itself. And this is a precious, precious thing. Precious thing. Precious. So all those beautiful feelings that arise, fine feelings that arise in this silent presence, silent wholeness all around, is these flows of creation that is creating the appearance of you, of all creation, really. And this is something worth, praising and bowing to, because it is the reality that is what is. It just is what is. So it is. Allow, just let go, and then be.